Hey, Michael.
What's up?
You know our editor, Gregory?
Yeah.
So it's coming up on the end of the year, so yearly review and getting kind of like money back and looking back at that. We're not the fire Gregory.
You know, normally, like, this kind of discussion isn't public. We, like...
Yeah, but we also talked about how we had got to do anything for the views. But here's the thing.
Are we going to fire Gregory? We're talking about firing Gregory on a podcast that's going to go on the internet.
Yeah, we're one of us about to call him up. We're going to have to play rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins gets to pick who has to call. So if you want to call, like if you win and you want to call, then you just pick me.
You know who's really good at firing people? 41. Donald himself. You're fired. He used to do it professionally.
He would do finger guns at him. Did you ever watch A Celebrity Apprentice?
Yeah, but not on purpose. It was one of those things that Mom watched that I didn't want to, but it was on. Welcome to Let's What You Rate It, where Mark and I... Do I normally say your name?
No.
When Mark and I...
Usually say, I'm your host, Mark, or Michael. Dang it.
I'm your host, Michael. This is my brother,
Mark.
And we rate everything in the world scale from 1 to 10, tell you whether it's good or not. We do a service to mankind. This is Life's What You Rate It. I already said that. WackMatters.
Hey, Michael, what podcast is this one? The one that we're doing?
Nope. Hashtag, follow the conference. This is Life's What You Rate It. Thank you for joining us. Is the Christmas season. It's almost Christmas time.
Are you beginning to look a lot like Christmas? Everywhere you go.
Except where our parents went this week, which was Texas, and it was 55 degrees. They were sending me stuff about it being so warm as we were dying in a frozen Ice Age
Tundra.
2. Ice Age 2. What's the Ice Age 2 subtitle? Don't you have that on lock?
No, I've never seen the second.
It's a bad
Ice
movie.
Age. I've only seen one Ice Age movie.
But Christmas is coming. It's wintry here in Nebraska after Winter Storm Bruce.
The old Braska.
Thanks to our brother-in-law. Winter Storm Bruce destroyed everything.
Ooh, that did happen.
And it's been snowy ever since. But we are, 2 weeks to Christmas?
Sounds right. Hey, Michael, Are you done with Christmas shopping?
No, but now that you bring that up, guess what I want to talk about this week?
Christmas shopping?
Yeah, did we pick the same topic?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. So Christmas shopping is the thing I want to talk about. And I have a lot of things that we can discuss here because I think that it's more simple than just, anybody that has had to Christmas shop, there's different pros and different cons. Pro of Christmas shopping, you get to buy people something. Con of Christmas shopping, a lot of times you have to buy people stuff who you have no idea what they want.
That's true.
I love to shop for my kids. The hardest part of shopping for my kids is not spending too much money. You don't want to spoil them. You don't want to waste all your money, right? But my kids at this age, I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. They want everything.
They love whatever
I
you
could
get them.
literally buy them a box and they'd buy it. They'd like it.
And
they'd get in the box and play with it and color on it and stuff. In fact, the normal joke that normal comedians go to is that they like the box more than the present. It's not true. The box is the present. So they like them both equally. But, yeah, like kids
real
like...
Schrodinger's cat thing you got going there, Michael.
But like, what are like when you're supposed to buy something for somebody that you don't know what they want? You don't know what they like?
So we drew...
We drew names in the family.
For siblings and
who we're supposed to kill.
Yeah, so... Let's just say, I don't really know what I'm supposed to get.
Are you supposed to kill me on air?
Is that double points?
Filmed or it didn't happen. No, yeah, like we are supposed to buy presents for each other, but like who knows what anybody wants. My sister, who clearly has my name, keeps begging me for a list. Or she keeps saying everyone needs to post a list so we know what to buy people. But like clearly she's supposed to buy for me. She doesn't know what I want.
Hey, why don't you just go, hey Jared, what game should I get Michael?
I don't know if he knows because I buy too many games. Like there's a problem with the gamer, right? What games do they have and what games do they not have? Mm-hmm. I have a billion. I have literally 1,000 games. How do you know which ones I have and which ones I don't? My wife doesn't know. You can't ask her.
I share with you on Steam and I sit in the room with most of your games.
Right
now.
You could go to my online catalog. If I were a nerd, I would probably have like a basically an online database of all the games that I own. But I'm not, so there's no way to know.
I can't figure that out. Why don't they just get you Tiny Moving Parts tickets?
is Tiny Moving Parts coming back?
I think
Shout out to Tiny Moving Parts. If you want to sponsor us, it's a good band. But like, there's like Christmas shopping is hard, and then there's also like the obligated Christmas shopping where you go like you go to a family reunion, say, and everyone's supposed to buy a present for somebody else. You draw a name, you're supposed to buy a present for somebody else, but none of us talk 51 weeks of the year. And then the 52nd week, we're supposed to buy someone a present. So what do? You exchange equal payment gift cards. If I give you a gift card for $25 and you give me a gift card for $25, especially if it's something like Amazon or Walmart, should we just have not gotten a gift?
No, because here's the thing, Michael. What are the odds that you go, ooh, here's this sick beanie from Amazon or something that's $25, and you're like, I'm just gonna snag that real quick. But then you're like, oh, well, like, me and Amanda are saving money for this or that and stuff. But if you're just like, I have this gift card that somebody gave me.
Sure, if you
go spend on a thing.
If you get a gift card, it is basically like a Catholic Church indulgence to waste money on something that's not productive or for your family, which is something that I have to deal with more. Like, be like, well, I shouldn't spend this money because I should spend it for something for my family. If somebody gives me a gift card, it's probably going to me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy something dumb. So I guess that there's a little value in it, but it's still a little weird.
Yeah, it's
like
still
when you just hand each other, when you both walk up to each other and hand each other $25, it does feel weird. Like,
here's $25 that you need to spend on yourself.
And here's $25 you need to spend on yourself. I'm like, thanks, bro.
Okay, I guess.
What a weird interaction.
What if he just walked up to him and said, "Did you get me the same Target gift card I got you?" And they go, "Yeah, let's just keep them.
Let's just keep them. It's cool.
But we're using it on us." Yeah, okay, cool.
Because it's like, well, if I'm supposed to buy something for Amanda, yeah, I know what Amanda wants. She's my wife. It's my job to know the things that she wants, and I spend time knowing this person and living with this person. Of course I know what they want. What am I supposed to buy for rando cousin, uncle, aunt? What am I supposed to buy for some, like...
Yeah, our cousin named Uncle Ant.
Our cousin, Uncle Ant. I don't know what they want, dude.
I don't know, man.
Which is why when we go back to Buckeye Christmas, half the crap ends up just being Buckeye stuff. Like, here's a Buckeye thing. Here's a Buckeye thing. Somebody brought a cookbook.
We should get...
At least with White Elephant, there's a lot on the line. Yeah. Like, White Elephants are the best of both worlds. There's a cap on limits. But most people don't just buy a gift card for that, because if you're doing a real White Elephant where you're supposed to bring
something random,
like you could, it's basically who brought the funniest gift, and that's fun to me. Like real White Elephant gifts where you're supposed to buy something that's useful for everybody, that's so hard. And if one person's gonna bring an iPod, and then you're gonna have to basically fight over the iPod the whole time. One person's gonna bring a teapot. Expressing their love for the other. Probably not at a family reunion. Now that I'm thinking about that second one. I'm just making references, clearly. But yeah, that makes less sense.
Somebody is gonna bring... Like, somebody's gonna forget and grab just kind of stuff that they had at their house and bring it. For sure.
The amount of times that we've been to the family reunion and seen people just give, essentially, I pulled this out of my garage or storage, is pretty good.
A good gift, but like, I mean, sometimes if you remember things, you can get stuff. A good gift for like our cousin Malachi, perhaps, would be like, a how to fight ducks. 101, duck fighting for dummies.
All right, so this, okay, so we're going to take a little aside here. We have a cousin, and his name is Malachi, and most of our conversation with him...
He just might be the most baller person.
Most of our conversations with him this year, we didn't talk about our family reunion, and somebody didn't post that stupid vlog they said they were going to.
Yeah.
So,
I was trying to point at you, and so I was pointed up like I was saying...
Yes, you.
That's me, dang it.
So, we got to talk about a little bit of this. Our cousin Malachi starts going into his not soliloquies, that's not the right word. He goes into like stories on how he wrestles livestock on a daily basis. But like not because he's a farmer, but because he just wants to have like rando animals as pets.
His mom wants to own a farm.
Okay.
So he goes to their neighbor who lives far away. Because they live in the middle of nowhere. Because the neighbor, she got put into a nursing home, and she's like, hey, if you guys could get the animals at my house, you can have them for free.
So having the sheer nip will, he has to subdue wildlife.
To get them into his pickup truck to drive them home.
Like ducks?
And donkeys.
He choked out a donkey so that he could get it to their home.
Which is a thing that he said in passing. Like, we didn't want to hear that story.
He was showing us a cut that a turkey gave him on his arm. The turkey lives in their house, I think. I don't think he lives outside.
I mean, there's a bunch of turkeys, but I think one of them does live inside. I know at one point he did overpower a goat to get it there, and then was not strong enough to overpower the goat round 2, and the goat got stuck in their kitchen for a while. I do know that happened.
Our family's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good.
So yeah, back to Christmas shopping. We could buy. Well, what would you buy him? Right? Brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles. A first aid kit.
Just like lots and lots of rope.
One of those dog catcher things where you can like you hook their head in the loop. A gun. Just a gun.
It could go south real bad. I mean, if you go much bigger than donkeys, that gets. I mean, donkeys are dangerous. Have you ever thought about? Okay, listen, people. This is unrelated, but this is a conversation I need to have right now. Have you ever looked at a horse or a donkey's teeth? They just look like giant human teeth. And also, you hear about a horse biting someone? That looks horrible, dude.
I've never heard of that.
Have you ever seen like a horse's mouth? I mean, you're not supposed to look a gift one in the mouth. But horses have huge teeth that look like our teeth. And it just it just freaks me out to think of one of them biting someone.
So it'd just be like if Ant-Man bit somebody when he's big.
I guess. But I don't know. There's something about a horse's mouth that grosses me out. Call me weird. Horse's mouths gross me out. It's a personal problem.
I'm trying to get over it. I'm going through therapy. I'm on that. Dang it.
Now that you're a grown-up, is it weird when people are like trying to think of something to buy you? And you're like, I don't want to just like give them a list of things. Like when you're a kid, you're like, oh dude, I'm gonna circle everything in this magazine. Now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I don't want to ask for a bunch of stuff. It feels weird.
Yeah. It's just like anything I want, because like here's the problem I have.
I want a lot of expensive things, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anything I want, like super bad, that's not that expensive, I at some point will buy for myself, or I've already bought for myself. And anything else I want is something that's very expensive that I'm saving for.
So like in a way, like for me personally, I might just like gift cards because then I can save up the amount of crap I can just spend on myself faster. So I don't know. It's just so weird. Like someone's like, "What should I get you for Christmas?" But like, I don't. It just feels like I'm telling you to buy me something that you shouldn't normally.
Or if you only want like one thing, they're like, "This is like the one thing I can really think of that I want." It's just like
they're like, "Well, I want to surprise you," and I'm like, "But I don't want a lot
anything
of
else. Like everything else I have.
Like, I want a camera for this website, but that's a lot of money. How about you buy me a gift card?"
Side note, Danny has done quite a bit of research and found a pretty good camera that we can probably save and buy.
How much?
It's like $500.
Yeah, that's what I was finding too.
But like, she talked a whole bunch about it on the way here, so that's cool.
Rad.
But that's a not funny thing I should have said on the podcast.
Sometimes we like to get real on the podcast.
If we're gonna fire Greg, we're buying a camera at some point.
But like, how do we rate buying Christmas gifts? Also, there's the like, I don't know. I procrastinate a lot, so then you have to shop last minute.
And then there's a lot of people there.
But like we said last week, they're all cool.
They're
my wife was a little mad. Also, we got a little pushback from multiple people, my wife included, saying like the whole thing we said about the Christmas spirit
isn't real.
Nice is not real. I don't know where you're shopping.
It's real.
It's real.
For sure.
And also, like, let's say there is 100% more people in Walmart than normal, and you go and you're expecting people to be friendly, and somebody's still rude to you. Imagine if you were in a Walmart and it wasn't Christmas and there were that many people there. It would literally be
The Purge.
Or Battle Royale or the Hunger Games. Like, everyone would kill someone else just to, like, last man standing that.
Yeah, it would turn into Black Friday.
So, like, it's all relative, I guess.
In New York.
It's all relative, I guess.
Yeah, because, like, also, it's just like, we said everybody's in a better mood. That doesn't mean they're in a good mood. They stay at work at Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, like,
There's still these people shopping at Walmart.
you
like,
still have bad days at work just because it's Christmas, but you come home and you're like, well, at least it's Christmas. Actually, I know the truth of the matter is that Christmas is one of the most depressing times of the year for most people.
really?
Yeah.
Just because they're sad about family and
Suicides are
stuff?
all... Because, yeah, if you don't have a family... If you don't have a family, hit me up. Because I want to give you a Christmas shout-out like I could be your family.
Join the WackMatters family.
By liking us on Facebook.
We've coined the term wackos.
Let me tell you a secret. If you like our Facebook page at this point, you will be one step closer to getting us to our goal this year, which is 100 Facebook likes. And if you have already liked our Facebook page,
If you could share it with a friend,
and you can share it with a friend and get them to like our Facebook page to get us to the 100 likes by Christmas, you are basically our family. And let me tell you a secret about my family. They think they're trying. They don't even know. They don't even know. They could be out there on the streets yelling WackMatters over and over.
I mean, hey, half of your direct family isn't even really trying. Chuck and Molly kind of slacking off.
Molly at least recognizes WackMatters. Like, she'll see it, the logo now, and be like, hey, WackMatters. Like, nice. Christmas shopping is
pretty positive.
But it's so good for kids, but it's so bad for adults. But it's not that bad.
But, like,
I guess
even
considering
still, like,
we've
if
rated
you do-
some horrible things.
And you do manage to, like, let's say you do manage to find somebody a thing that they want, even if you don't have to ask them, but you go and you get them a gift.
There's something about the moment when you're trying to shop for somebody and you walk up and you're like, holy cow.
That's it.
That's it. That's the thing I need to buy. Like, this is the way that I Christmas shop sometimes. I just, like, literally scroll through Amazon or walk through Target and I'm like, I don't feel any of this. And then you find it and you're like, that's it. They want that thing.
This is the thing that they've told me so many times that they want.
It's pretty good. What are you feeling? 8? 9?
Yeah, 8.
8 is good. Christmas shopping. 8 out of 10. Thanks. Merry Christmas. What do you got for us?
Hey, Michael. Do you
Yeah.
remember a while back, I believe in episode 3, when I brought a hot bit to you? And it was the top 5 things that I remember my dad saying, catchphrases my dad said as a kid.
Yeah.
We're going in for round 2, but with things mom told me as a kid.
Oh, no.
These are the 5 things I remember mom saying as a kid.
All right. Let's see if I've heard any of these.
Oh, you've heard some.
You think
of
our
them
mom
for
went
sure.
back to the well for the third kid?
Probably
You
not.
think she was reusing old things?
Probably that one. I gotta remember where I put it. Okay, here it is. So, I'm gonna beat you with chains. Now, I was not physically abused, I need to stress this, but mom had this running bit where she would say horrible things were gonna happen, but always kind of add with chains to it.
She defo didn't do this until I was old.
Yeah.
She didn't do this when I was a kid.
But she'd be like, Dad would come home from TDY and he'd be like, how are the kids? And she'd be like, Michael freaking beat me in the gut with chains every day while you were gone. And you're like, what? So, like, I don't know why chains of all the things you could hit somebody with.
It just makes me think of, like, God of War. I don't know why. People don't hit people
Spawn.
with chains.
Mom was just a big Spawn fan.
She's really into Mortal Kombat where people whip each other with chains.
She got really into Symphony of the Night for a while.
I feel like there's got to be a Gladiator scene from the movie Gladiator where somebody hits somebody with chains.
I don't know anything. She played a lot of those Lego sets. That Lego set I got after I didn't like that one Christmas present had a chain on it. And maybe we made them hit each other. I don't know. But there's a big emphasis on people hitting people with chains that Mom was a big fan of, and she did use that.
I also now, like, I will slip that in. It's become my normal vocabulary, and I don't think about it till
With
somebody
chains?
thinks it's weird.
With chains,
I'll just
dude.
be like, dude, you beat him with chains.
Like what?
Like, what?
So this is a little bit less of an intense one. His mom would say the blank and then keep going. So like the Walmart. Or the other day I was checking the Facebook.
I think that's just an old people thing.
I was on the internet the other day and you're like,
No, you could say the internet. You don't say I'm not on internet. You say I'm on the internet. But yeah, she definitely said like the Facebook.
Walmart.
I was watching The Murder, She Wrote the other day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like a lot of old people do that. Especially with like the Facebook, the Instagram,
the Instagram,
the
the Pinterest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was on the Snapchats.
I do that now though. Like that's a good
Are
one.
you old?
Probably. Oh wait. We should rate that with chains.
Oh, with chains.
7.
It's a good one. 7.
7. With the adding the 8 or 7.
7. They're both 7s.
Okay.
Now this is one that you probably remember a lot of. Hootie hootie ha ha, as a catchphrase.
I feel like sometimes. So like, mom used to say hootie hootie ha ha a lot. And I think that this was a coping mechanism for 2 things. So one, our dad was in the military for a really long time, and then he got a contractor job doing the same job he did in the military. So there were times when he would be gone for large chunks of time at the same time. And my mom would be watching us by ourselves. And from watching the way that our family dynamic works, mine and Amanda's and Charlie and Molly's, is there's something about children and having children and being a parent of children that literally makes you insane. I love my children so much. And I think that compared to a lot of children, they don't really bother me a ton. Mm-hmm. But there's something about children.
They're laid back kids.
There's something about children that 100% just makes you more it's like the Walmart thing, right? It's a factor. It makes you more insane, right? So you have to come up with coping mechanisms. I found out that I can no longer have conversations with my wife if my daughter is around because she asks so many questions. I found out, so like, if you can imagine that mom didn't have dad around, and there's 3 of us doing whatever the heck we want to do, because we're just random dumb kids, right? There's a couple things. One, both of us and our sister talk all the time. We never shut up, ever.
This is a thing that Danny has pointed out to me on several occasions. She's like, so, the weird thing about hanging out with your family is, so it's not only that everybody's talking all at once, there's also as many conversations going on. So like we will be talking, and Maddie and Jared will be talking, and Mom and Maddie will be talking, but we're also all listening to their conversations too, and throwing jokes across conversations.
It's not odd for me to be talking to you, hear something, say it real quick, and then jump back.
Yeah, yes. So Danny's like, I get lost. She's like, I don't know who's saying what to who. Like, what?
So, like, we talk constantly. And our sister...
And also, in Mom's defense, Mom has tried so hard for all of my life I can remember that only one person talks at a time in a room, and
I
everybody
think she's embraced
listens.
it, though. I think she finally embraced it.
But we just never did.
No.
That was the thing we were bad at as kids. We never listened to that one.
Also, listen, if you haven't heard the episode our sister was on, that doesn't count. If you think we talk a lot, and we talk too much, and we talk too fast, you've never met my sister. Because holy poo, man. She can talk without breathing for literally 30 minutes straight, I'm pretty sure.
It's crazy.
So, I imagine with us doing what we're doing, and without Dad to, like, try to help, at some point, she wants to take the initiative of the conversation. And I think that she would sometimes just try to say things that were so off the wall that for half a second, we would stop talking and be like,
what?
Huh?
Hootie hootie ha ha.
Because she would like walk in the room,
clean your room.
Hootie hootie ha ha. And she would like sing, she would make up all these silly songs. And I think she was just trying to get us to shut up for like 2 seconds so that she could direct a conversation, or says like for like 30 seconds she could be in control of the moment. And this is not a diss on her, it's definitely a diss on us as children.
We were bad kids, maybe.
And also, I think that sometimes like she would like what you just said. Sometimes she would try to couch things, right? Like, let's just say that for once 2 of us were being decent and one of us was being normal, like a turd. She would like have to discipline one of us or like tell us bad news, and like we would be all ticked off, and then the other 2 of us were like, this is awkward, and she would say something like that just to like try to jump back into a normal. Like, you are being a bad child, go to room, hootie hootie ha ha. and just like try to jump back in. And like, there's no normal way to recover. So why not just make it weird?
It's almost like there was a pause, and Mom was like, "This is unpause." The unpaused phrase in our house is "hooty hooty ha ha."
How do I make this awkward silence so awkward that it becomes fine?
Then we just keep going and restart.
I give that one an 8 because it's utilitarian.
It's pretty clever.
It's pretty good. It's not a great phrase, but the purpose is very useful, and it was very inventive.
So the next one I got is, and this is a bit Mom would also do, is one of Mom's signature bits. So I'm going to kind of give you guys the setup for it first. The setup is, Dad's in town. It's me, Michael, Maddie, Dad, Mom, all at the dinner table. Phone rings. Mom goes, answers the phone, talks in a different room on the phone for a good 45 seconds. Then walks back to the dining room table, yells at everybody to shut up, she's on the phone, puts it on speaker, and sits in the middle of the table. This is a classic Mom move. Mom has done this for as long as we've had speaker phones that I can remember.
There was a time in my life when I hated the speakerphone functionality of a telephone more than anything else on earth.
We would, like, it was just like, so we're all talking, and like Dad would be in town, so we're all talking, having fun, like making jokes with Dad. All of us are like going back and forth doing this whole thing, and then Mom goes, "Shut up! I'm on the phone." Speaker sits it down.
Speakerphone, set it down. And like the thing about speakerphone, it picks up everything. So if you're going to sit the speakerphone down in a crowded room of 6 people, they better stop talking. And let me tell you the thing about it, right? I think it might have been a coping mechanism. What better way to force people to be quiet than to put them in a situation where they have to, or everyone that is on the phone will hear you not being good.
Yeah, you're not just a bad kid at home, you're a bad kid in their home,
But also, yeah, it does seem like a real power play move for us to be having a conversation between ourselves, and Mom to walk in and be like, "Everyone stop talking, I'm putting on speakerphone." And be like, "What the heck?
Why did you just keep going?
You threw off my groove, man. I was in the middle of a conversation." And she'd be like, and I'm not talking, I don't know how about y'all people's talk on the phone, because like I don't talk on the phone very long. Do you?
Nah, dude, I try to get. I usually answer usually.
Like I usually call you, and like you'll answer sometimes, or like let's say I call Drew because he mostly answers me, and we like say the yo, what's up? Are you busy? Here, done. Right? That's it.
Yes.
Phone calls are very weird in a world with text messages, but like. Phone calls aren't supposed to be long. When I dated Amanda, we would talk on the phone for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
We were a long distance relationship for those people that don't know. Literally everyone else, when I used to call my friend Jacob on the phone, we would talk for like 5 seconds. It was so weird. Like I'd be like, "Yo, come over." Okay, click, right?
Yes.
Phone calls don't need to be long most of the time
Ever.
to get stuff off. The only time is like a significant other. My mom has a lot of friends that live all over the world, and she was cool talking with them for like an hour every time. So there were times when she would be on the phone. She'd be like, do the thing with the speakerphone, and like there were times we'd try to leave. She'd be like, "No, stay here. We're eating dinner." I'd be like, "But you're on the phone." But she's like, "Well, we're eating dinner." Like, what am I supposed to do?
Just sit here? We're done eating.
Wait, are you telling me I'm supposed to sit here and not talk? I'm supposed to shut my mouth and not talk?
Mom, that can't be a real thing.
Mom.
We're not. Hey, Mom, you do realize we're not at church, right?
Mom, you know us, right? You're telling us to not talk for like an hour?
Yeah, that literally only happens when we go to church, Mom.
Or when we're sleeping, and even then, I think you sleep talk.
I do.
So, like, that's an unrealistic expectation.
I don't know what you... But, I mean, it is a pretty funny thing to talk about now.
I'll give that a 4. That's a power play, dude. That's a little bit of a, like...
intimidation.
Yeah, you walk in the room and you call rank. 4.
But I also do think it's funny that Dad sometimes also wanted to be talking, and Mom would be like, "I'm on the phone."
Should I do that? Like, should we like go upstairs after this podcast is done and call somebody on the speaker? Like,
No.
everyone, stop talking.
I want to do a bit where we do that to Mom one time.
She would just talk. My mom. Okay, listen. As much crap as I say that we talk, my mom cannot. She doesn't even stop talking in church.
There used to be so Awana used to have a special night called Silent Night. So Awana's a kids program at churches for people who don't know. And we'd have a special night around Christmas time called Silent Night, and the Awana director, who is very, very passionate about this, and he would figure out ways to, you'd watch like a silent film for like the council time. You were allowed to talk to say your verses. That was it. You'd walk up, this is the verse I have to say it, sit down. And like the game times, like he'd explain the rules and stuff, all quietly. It was all really impressive, really, really smart and well done. Mom got asked to leave every single year we did Silent Night because she could not talk.
My mom, like I said, in the middle of church, she just talks.
She says stuff.
Like, if the pastor says a point, she's like, oh, that's interesting. Like, just, it's like normal volume. It's just like during the service. She's like, what do you think about this? Or just like, what do you want to do for dinner? Mom,
we're in church.
We're in church. He's preaching. Like, maybe prayer is the only time, but she still does the, like, amen.
She does do amens. Oh.
So I guess we got that from her. And Dad. Dad talks a lot, too.
Dad does talk a lot. Which I think is funny, because Dad used to try to throw Mom under the bus for talking a lot.
Yeah, dude.
But then also, Dad's the See, Mom will talk to people she knows. Dad's the guy, you'll, like, go to the airport with Dad and be talking with Dad, and then somebody will like walk up to Dad and be like, how's it going or something, and then before you know it, the person that introduced himself to Dad and Dad have shared life stories, and you're like, what Dad, do you know him? You're like, nah. And you're like, what?
He'll do that with everybody though.
Yeah.
Like I always thought that the reason that we stayed 2 hours after church ended and we were still in the church building was because my mom talked too much, and my dad would say that. He'd be like, your mom talks a lot. But he did just as much.
Yes.
Like, he just would talk to everybody just as much. So we were born that way. We have no choice. If there's anything that I've learned about 2018 and the way that, like, media works, if you are born with anything, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep. You're stuck.
It's nothing you can't improve yourself.
Nope.
So, nope.
Nah, dude, that's why I don't tweet anything ever, because I'm scared I'll say something a little bit wrong, and years from now,
no one can
WackMatters will get buried. They'll be like, nah.
What's your next list?
The last one. This is the last one.
Did you get a phone call while we were doing this?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know who it was from. They did leave a voicemail. Probably not going to listen, to be honest. This is the last one. This is my favorite one. And honestly, people are going to think this is a joke, maybe.
I thought you said 5.
I did say 5. Did I not do 5?
I thought you did 3.
I did the Walmart. I did chains. The Walmart. Hootie hootie ha ha.
Oh, it's
everybody
okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
And honestly, this is the one I heard the most. We're going to kick back from Mom because she does listen. But this one is quite simply
controversial.
No. Okay, I'm going to give it. Are you ready?
Okay.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Are you on drugs?
No.
Which is the exact response you gave Mom too.
This is this.
The number
did you have that like me? Like, I don't think she did it to anybody else.
She claims that she did it to all of us even then.
I don't think she did it to Maddie. She definitely didn't do it to you when you were a kid.
No. And she never really asked me now, which is weird because I've been voted most likely, even by Mom, unanimously in our family to smoke weed. But, like, no. I was never asked if I did drugs. And if it was like twice.
My mom asked me if I did drugs every day for a portion of my life.
That is true.
She's like, Michael, do you do drugs? And I know that there's all those campaigns that are like, you need to talk to your kids about drugs.
Keep dialogue open.
Ask your kids about drugs. And, like, maybe that's what she was trying to do. I always just took it as, like, what am I doing? That you think that I'm on drugs right now? Like, what have I done?
You had the munchies all the time.
I did eat all the time. I was skinny. I was dumb because I was a teenager. But those are all things that you do when you're a teenage boy. Like, what about my life? I was always like, it was a funny joke. I'd be like, no. She's like, why are you laughing? Because I'm not on drugs. She's like, it's a serious topic. I'm not on drugs. She's like, well, don't get defensive. Like,
why'd you have to do that? It's like the Malcolm in the Middle episode where Reese acts like he's gonna launch potatoes at the mom, and the mom's like, "Don't do it." He's like, "Well, I wasn't gonna do it." She's like, "Okay, well, don't." And he's like, "I wasn't going to." She's like, "Well, just put it down." He's like, "Well, maybe I should if you thought I was going to."
So mom would be like, "You're on drugs," and then eventually it was just like, "No, why do you think I'm on drugs? What did I do that is so crazy that you thought I'm on drugs, mom?" Like, what did I? And it was always just like, I'd walk in, she's like, "Hey, how's your day? Are you on drugs?" Like, no, I'm not on drugs.
I don't do drugs.
I don't do drugs. I said no to drugs.
Just say no.
I've never been offered drugs.
Really? Never been offered?
A cigarette. I've never been offered, like, weed. I've been asked if I had extra weed many times. I've never been offered weed. There's been lots of times I was like, "Yeah, you got any extra weed?" No. Okay. Why'd you think I had weed? That I had to get all defensive with this guy? What about me? Look at me. Do I look like I smoke weed?
What about me just says, he's got good kush? Or what?
Yeah, so I've never been offered drugs, but I have been asked if I had drugs many times. I've been offered cigarettes, that's it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to eat your tobacco stick.
Yeah, because you
just eat the cigarettes, right?
Right? Dummy.
But did she do that to you? I feel like
no.
I don't think she did that to anybody but me. But it became a family thing where everybody else laughed at it.
Yeah, it was
because like, Michael, you on drugs?
Time. No!
It's pretty good. Oh, heck darn it.
What do you rate that
one? 8. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. Listen, if I'm being honest, Mom, we are out of the house, but you can still step up your game because I don't think anyone has reached the height of laziness as a phrase. Mom, you need to step up your game because that is the best phrase
I've ever heard in my whole life.
It's timeless and it's so applicable in 2018. You need to step up your game. Maybe have Dad coach you a little bit because calling like things that you don't, that's just the height of laziness. It's such a like sick. It is the dab of words. It's a weird flex, but okay.
But okay.
What other dumb dead memes we can reference? It's the lamp for the moth.
I don't know meme.
Thank you for listening to Life's What You Rate, the podcast with my brother and me, where we talk about things on a scale from 1 to 10. If you liked it, even if you didn't like it, but you're listening and you want to, I guess like us, like our page on Facebook, facebook.com/WackMatters.
We want to get to that hundo.
We want to get to 100. We're at 95 people. Please ask somebody. Please do what everyone else does, but you probably don't do because you're trying to be polite. Just send out invites to the WackMatters page to everybody you know on Facebook.
I did.
I did too. I didn't do it to everybody.
I did it to anybody who I think might actually.
I did it to. Okay, first of all, everyone do it to the people that you think might actually do it. If you get some people that start liking it, then you've done your part. That's all we ask. We have a YouTube channel. If you search for WackMatters, you can find stuff. We've been doing a little more video game related stuff. I know that most people that listen to this show are moms for some reason, but
if you have kids who like video games,
that like video games,
it's also just as clean as this content. So
we did the live video of the Video Game Awards, which has, you know, some of the content from the Video Game Awards, but we did like a Smash video. I tagged it as safe because like it's super clean.
It's just Super Smash Brothers.
I'm going to try to like edit videos that have swearing so that you can even watch other games that normally swear that won't have it. But like, yeah, we're trying to make something that's relatively family friendly. We're going to be, so like we got game stuff. We got the music show. I'm going to play the post ads so you'll see everything. He's on a show called Tune In where they talk about cartoons. They talked about Justice League, which got posted Friday. Just League Unlimited, sorry. Sorry. There's a difference. Just League Unlimited. But yeah, also Merry Christmas. Like, we're still in the Christmas.
You filthy animal.
We're still in the Christmas build-up. We hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you for listening to the show.
Hey, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
I like the Santa Claus. I like It's a Wonderful Life. I like some of those old weird ones. Rudolph is weirdly weird. Maybe we should save this for next. If you want us to talk about Rudolph next week, hit us up in the comments and say you want us to talk about Rudolph next week, because that movie is bat poop crazy. It's freaking weird, dude. And I'll talk about it next week. Santa Claus is coming to town.
I do like Santa Claus coming to town.
You know, if you want to hear us talk about Christmas movies next week, comment in any way that you're listening. Just comment below and say that you want us to, because we will, but otherwise we won't. I want to get the audience involved, because the more that you guys like and comment on stuff, the more people that will see it, which is good. Like I said, we really like to get to 100 likes by the end of the year. Anything else that we need to get through?
I don't think so.
You have any jokes for me?
Fart. I had one.
All right.
I didn't want to use a knock-knock joke, but I'm blanking of what it was.
I'm going to start singing until you get there, okay? Oh, there's... Down the harbor blue, Christmas without you.
What was it?
I'll be so blue.
I'm going to do a knock-knock joke because I can't think of anything else.
Okay.
I had a different joke, but I don't remember, and now I'm so sad.
Just hit me. They don't have to be good. Just hit me.
That's true. Well, they are good.
Okay.
All of them have been good.
My
except for
bad,
the
my
knock-knock
bad.
jokes.
Yes, they're so good.
Oh, I remember what it was.
Okay.
It's not so much a joke that I tell you. It's more of like what a stand-up person would use as a joke. So like, there's not really like I have to ask you a question or anything. But here it goes. I've always wanted to live on First Street. So when I tell people where I live, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I live on First Street. You know the one." I got there. I had to remember it.
I don't know if I get it.
The one. First Street one. I had a good belly laugh about that in my car when I thought of it. By myself.
Did you like try to tell your girlfriend to see if she laughed?
Yeah, she thought it was good.
Does she just do that because she likes you?
Maybe Randy thought it was good too.
Randy's weird.
That's true. Well,
shout out to your boss. He's weird.
Weird guy.
Oh, heck darn me. This podcast is weird. Thanks for listening to the podcast that we produce here at WackMatters.com. Just in case you didn't know, we have a lot of different shows running right now. There's Life's What You Rate It, where me and my brother Mark rate everything on a scale from 1 to 10 that exists in the entire universe. Tune In, where Marcus and his friend Karsten talk about cartoons and their value for people of all ages. Of course, Whack Tracks, where me and a bunch of friends make commentary tracks for whatever shows or movies we might be into at the time. And our newest show on the network, The Music Matters, where my friend Trevor creates a discussion around all the matters relating to music. If you'd like to support the content we make here at WackMatters.com, please go to WackMatters.storeenvy.com and check out our merchandise section. We sell t-shirts right now, and there's more merchandise to come. Even if you don't want to buy a t-shirt, there is a donate button at WackMatters.com that you can use to support the content that we already make and to help fund creative ideas for the future. Additionally, this podcast is also brought to you by Audible.com. If you go to audibletrial.com/WackMatters, you can sign up for a free 30-day trial with Audible.com, where you get to listen to a free audiobook of your choosing and can continue subscribing for an awesome audiobook content subscription. Remember, that's audibletrial.com/WackMatters. We love you all and hope you will continue checking out the content we make here at WackMatters.com. Have a great day.